Hey guys, Matthew Bird with Nexus and the Reality Capture Network, going live here on LinkedIn just to show you guys a small demo of a deliverable that we often give on our scan jobs. I'm going to give a couple minutes here for a few people that are joining to watch. And if you do have any questions, you're welcome to leave them in the comments. And I will try to answer some questions if I get the chance or follow up with you after as well. So thanks for joining me. What we're looking at today is a online viewer for a lot of the projects that we end up using laser scanning on. So, you know, when there's a building or a facility or a site that our clients are going to be, working on, whether it's a renovation, an expansion, or asset management, any of those types of things, they're when we travel and scan, there's options to take imagery with the laser scanner as well as the point cloud data that it creates. And what I'm looking at here, I'm going to show my screen a little bigger, is called Webshare. And this is a platform that allows us to publish the 360 views along with the point cloud data to an online platform. I've already got the project open here, but when we give our clients access, they get their own logins and only they get access to their projects. So it's a secure process. Within this platform, you are able to tag and annotate items. You're able to pull measurements and walk through the panoramic image at every location that we set the scanner up. So I'm going to walk through and show you some of those. Let's see. So you can see the first thing when you open up and you're logged in is this top view, this ortho view of the site. And you can zoom in and out, and this is created from the laser scan data that we captured. Now from this overview on this top view of the data, you can use these tools we have here on the side. One, you can measure distance. So for example, if you're looking at the concrete, the sidewalk here at the entrance of this building, or the width of this ramp, or the stairs, you can come in and pull some measurements directly from this top view, just depending on what it is you're trying to get a measurement from. And it doesn't incorporate the Z values, so you're just getting a nice measurement there on just the X and Y, not incorporating elevation. Now you can also tag and annotate. So, just as an example, here's the entrance to the building. Now you see all these icons here. These are every location that we set up and did a laser scan from. So the next thing you're able to do is click on one of those and open up that specific panoramic image where the scan was set up. The scanner was set up, and this is where we ran a scan from and captured the imagery from. Now, even from this panoramic view, you can use some of the same tools. So we can zoom in here and look at different elements in the image. And because it has point cloud data that it's utilizing, as well as the image, you can still pull measurements directly from the actual image. So if I click measure distance, it has a lot of options over here. You can name the measurement, you can put tags to it for categorizing things, you can add links, but the first thing is just pulling the measurement. So if I click on a location here and I want to get the width of this ramp, I've got my 2 clicks and I hit OK. Now I've got my measurement there. It's 4 feet wide. And if I want to tag an annotation and say this is, and I give it a name, I could say this is the loading ramp. Now I've got that saved. I could go further and put links and descriptions, but for now I'll just tag an annotation with the name. So now we've got that tagged. A lot of people end up using this deliverable as kind of a project management tool, especially in today's age where people aren't flying around to job sites. People still need these measurements. They need to be able to see the site, but instead of having teams of people mobilize, they'll end up having it scanned and use this as their virtual site walk tool for their subcontractors, for their team members. They'll sit in a conference room and open this up because multiple people can be logged in. They can be walking through doing their own virtual measurements without visiting the site. Now, if you see these other icons while I'm in an image, this is just like, your private Google Street View of your project, I say. You can click and walk to the next location where the scanner was set up. Then we can make our way inside. We can click up here and go up inside. You can just keep walking through your project depending on where the scans were taken from. So when we plan a project, we try to make sure we know what is important for our client to see. What do they need to be able to annotate or pull measurements on? Every window, every door, is it a facility? Do you need to see flanges and equipment? Those are the types of things we pay attention to in the capture process. So now with this tool, anybody working on this job can click, log in, walk through, annotate, measure. Very valuable to many parties. You get one scanner to capture this data, and you can give access to everybody to log in and utilize this tool. Another cool feature is they've incorporated being able to utilize the point cloud directly within the viewer. So I'm in this view now in the image. What I'm going to do is click and convert over into the point cloud data of the same location. So now you can see, you'll see it gets a little pixelated, especially as moving around, but this is actual point cloud data. So if I start using my my arrows on my keyboard and my mouse, I can actually fly through the data in real time, not only dependent on the scanner location and the panoramic image, but based on the actual point cloud data that we've processed and uploaded in. So I can fly back through anywhere that we have that data, and it loads up, more dense in certain areas as it goes. It's a little more pixelated than having the point cloud directly on your computer, and it always will be, but it's a pretty cool way to let anybody log in and use the imagery, fly through the data a little bit, pull some measurements, tag and annotate things, as opposed to traveling to a job site. So we have clients that have projects all over the country, and especially with travel restrictions in companies, it's hard for them to get to these sites. So by doing it virtually, you can have your entire team utilize this data. Sometimes we've done scan jobs, they didn't even know this was an option, and it became one of the most valuable parts of the project for them, even apart from the scan or the as-built, just the project management tool. So something else that's kind of cool, after you do tagging and annotation of different assets you like to see, so I'll do another one as an example, even in the 3D data here. So if I come over and pick a window, and I want to use the measurement tool right on the 3D data so I can see what I'm pulling. I've pulled my measurement there. I'm gonna name this one window in 3D, just so we can remember that, because I'm gonna show you a way to be able to find the tags that you've left. So if I hit OK, all right, that measurement is pulled. Another thing I want to show you with the measurement capability is a lot of people say, well, how do you know you're not clicking like outside the building and then inside, and it's not an accurate depiction of the actual elevation or clearance? Well, if I come over here and I use the measurement tool and I click on the ceiling right here on this wooden beam, and then I look down and I click somewhere on the floor. Well, one cool aspect again is in 3D, I can kind of fly around those points that I clicked on to make sure I see where the measurement's being pulled from. And come up here and do the same. Okay. Now, even on top of that, just the visual inspection of where the measurement's pulled from, I can click on this and expand it. And because it's, it's got the math inside of it, it can tell me the difference in the XYZ coordinate. So instead of incorporating the overall measurement it pulled and incorporating and utilizing the different in the X and the Y, it'll tell me just the vertical difference between those 2 points. So that's kind of useful when you're looking at clearances and such, whether it be power lines or doors, or you're looking at fitting equipment in. Using these basic measurement tools and annotation tools is proving to be very, very helpful for a lot of projects. And it's quick. This is a very fast deliverable. After going out and doing our scan and completing our registration, this Webshare capability, the virtual walkthrough, the point cloud, being able to annotate and measure, this is available within a day. So it's not like you're waiting, you could start utilizing this even if you're waiting on like a scan to BIM model or additional drawings to be created. This becomes available very quickly after the laser scanning process. So you get this in your hands really fast. So now what I wanted to show you is after you've gone through and tagged different assets or things that, maybe your subcontractors need to see. Let's say on this building, a renovation's going on and they want to walk through and tag and say, here's a window that needs to be replaced. Here's the outlet you're going to plug in your equipment to. This is off limits, XYZ, whatever. Or in an industrial setting, you've got a safety shutoff valve or an eye wash station or a valve number. You can go through and tag those with the annotation tool, put the proper name in for them, and somebody that's going to log in and use this Webshare that maybe isn't familiar with the site or where those locations are, they can come over here to project content. Project content is going to open up everything that's within this project. It's going to open up all the individual setups, the names. It's going to open every annotation that I've made in the project. So there's the building entrance, there's the loading ramp, there's the outlet, and then it's going to show all the measurements that have been pulled. So these measurements, these annotations, I can come over here on the right-hand side, and I can click this, and it will take me to the location on the top-down view. Or if it was pulled in a panoramic view, it will take me into that panoramic and show me where that annotation is. So if I click the one here for the building entrance, this one was done on the overview map. So I'm going to click it and it's going to take me and highlight and show me there's the building entrance. So again, you think about if you have a big building or a big facility and you have those annotations tagged and somebody doesn't know in this complex environment where the shutoff valve is, they can go to that project content, click on shutoff valve, and it's going to take them and show them directly within the facility where that is. You can also utilize this platform on an iPad in the field. So you could have your office staff annotating items that you need to see. You can have people that are going in the field take it and tag items or find items with it in the field, correlating back and forth because this is being hosted online. So if I go back to project content and I say, okay, where was the outlet that I tagged here? Now I'm going to go click on this and it's going to take me to the panoramic view that I tagged an outlet in, and it's going to point and show me directly where that outlet is. So now I could say, oh, okay, there it is. I couldn't find it in the field. Now I know. So this is just an example, but it's a way for you to just kind of think about capabilities. So depending on your industry, your project type, these are some ways that you can utilize the tagging feature within the Webshare. Again, for those of you that are watching or asking now, what are we looking at? It is a project delivery system from laser scanning. This is called Webshare, and it incorporates the panoramic imagery that the laser scanner takes along with the measurement data, the point cloud. So we're kind of showcasing some of the capabilities or use case of this platform because we find that a lot of our clients don't know that this exists or that it's an option. But we also find once they learn about it, it's one of the best tools for them. They end up wanting projects at times where all they want is this Webshare. They don't want to take the time to go to a model. They just need to be able to pull these measurements, walk their client through the site. So we'll go out and scan and deliver this. So I just wanted to make people aware that this is available. A lot of companies that scan have this. This one specifically is Webshare Cloud from Faro Technologies, from a Faro laser scanner. A lot of other companies have their own. There's Recap 360, there's Leica TrueView. So there are other platforms. I'm showcasing this one today just because it's one that we utilize quite often. And again, between the top view of the entire site we scan, between the panoramic images you can walk through, and then the actual 3D data you can fly through, there's quite a bit you can do with this platform. Again, it's one of the first things we could deliver quickly. And everybody always finds their own way to utilize it and benefits out of it. But I just wanted to take the chance to show you what it can do, that it's available, from people that are out there scanning. So if you're using scanning on a project or you need scanning on a project, whether it's us or whether it's a provider you work with, know that this is out there and you can ask for it. And most people have some type of solution like this. So you can tag, you can annotate, you can walk through, and you can give everybody access to it. So thank you guys for joining me today. I hope this brought some value, just kind of highlighting another technology. And that's our goal, both with Nexus and the Reality Capture Network, is to find clients that need to integrate new technologies, maybe don't know it exists, maybe have struggles with it, and help them find the right solution for the right project and use case in a way that's effective, that's cost effective, that's within the time frame they need. So if you're interested or you have any questions about Webshare, about laser scanning, about as-built, point clouds, feel free to reach out. We're happy to chat. I'm happy to message with you. You can shoot me a direct message. And thank you again for your time. Look forward to doing more of these. If you have any topics you're interested in me walking through, I know I mentioned I just started doing these LinkedIn Lives, and we're going to be inviting people to come on and talk about different types of platforms and projects and use cases. So if you have anything specific you're interested in hearing about, feel free to either leave me a comment here with that or shoot me a message. And I'm going to continue to kind of build the plan for what we're going to talk about and present on moving forward. So thank you guys for your time, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.